Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, coming back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey, folks, I'm playing a video series of videos I've been doing for the 1 hour. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that at the time I'm doing this, I'm about to drink some root beer. Ha! But until I get to that point, I go over there, I try out stuff. Sometimes it's root beer, sometimes it's other things. It's root beer a decent portion of the time. I love root beer. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm inside the truck today. A little bit of light coming through. It's created lighting effects, blessing us with the root beer deliciousness, hopefully. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm also wearing a cool shirt. Folks, when I wear cool shirts, I like to highlight the cool shirt. What a cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom, it's my Judo Master shirt. It's Judo, he's a master. He's a Judo Master, he's this guy. He doesn't look like much of a master in this particular scene since he's getting kicked in the head. But even masters are occasionally going to get kicked in the head. It happens. But yeah, aside from doing food stuff and having hamsters and other, I'm also a nerd of many colors, comic books, video games, a little bit of pen and paper stuff. Haven't done it in quite a while now, but you know. Anyway, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? What are we doing? It's root beer. Boom! Oh, there we go. It is Abita root beer made with pure Louisiana cane sugar. It's apparently from Abita Springs, Louisiana. It's also caffeine free. Sure, why not? I love root beer, folks. I'm a big fan. Big fan. I found this at a random gas station that I happened to stop off at, and I was like, okay, let's do this. Then I was thinking about it, and I had to double check. I think I might have actually reviewed this one at one point, but I think it's one of my lost episodes, because I had a number of reviews that I did that I had stored away, and I kind of had like a 6-month period where I wasn't really doing any reviews or anything, and some of them just got lost, like when I transferred them over to my like Google Drive shit and everything, and I think this might have been one of them, so I might have had this before. But we're going to find out right now. Hopefully it's delicious. Are you twist off? No, I don't think you're twist off. Okay, that's fine. Because, electrical cabinet key. There we go. All right. Let's see what Louisiana has to offer in the way of root beer. It smells good. It smells like good root beer. There's like a depth to it. Ooh. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. So, I've mentioned this in other root beer related things. My root beer philosophy. I feel like there's sort of two root beer camps that most people fall into. On the one hand, you have your A&Ws, you have your mugs. Sweeter root beers, they're very commercial, made to be liked by as many people as possible. They do what they do. Then, on the other hand, you have root beers like Bargs and Dads, which are deeper in flavor. They're, they have more of a hit to them. They're more complex. They're not for everybody, but they probably, at least for me, taste closer to being like proper root beer. Not trying to be gatekeeper or anything. I'm just, So, the whole thing is, with this, where does this fall? It definitely falls way closer to the Bargs and Dads, which for me is a good thing. Because it's got some depth of flavor. It's got a little bit of a hit. Not a tremendous one. The sweetness is interesting. I think it's because they're using specifically cane sugar versus, normal sugar. Cane sugar definitely has a different depth to the sweetness. It's not just adding sweetness. It's also giving it sort of a minerally hit, I guess, is the way to put it. That's not the way to put it. Like, it's sort of like almost like an extra earthiness to it, which root beer already, ideally, has a little bit of an earthy taste anyway. The cane sugar definitely helps. It definitely helps. I think without the cane sugar, it would still be decent because it would still have a fairly deep flavor. But the cane sugar helps it. It gives it a little extra personality. And there's almost like a little bit of a birch flavor to it, which if you've never tried it before and you like root beer, I would definitely suggest looking up birch beer. It's sort of a cousin to root beer. I love this stuff, but you got to get the right stuff. But it is really good. I like this quite a bit. Louisiana put out some good root beer with this one. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, specifically root beer flavor. And so the thing with root beer is that originally root beer was flavored with sassafras root, but then it was decided that it was a carcinogen, so that's not good. But then eventually it was found out that the study that was done to decide that it was a carcinogen was funded by the cola companies, who didn't want root beer encroaching in on their territory. So not really too many root beers use sassafras, but it's root beer flavor. And I'm guessing that part of the flavoring that they use for this is birch. It has an almost like minty aniseedy kind of taste to it. It's very interesting. I like it. I think it provides a nice depth, but yeah, I actually like this quite a bit. And actually, the more I'm drinking it, the more it's reminding me of birch beer. It's been a little bit since I've had some birch beer, so that's a nice welcome change of pace from some of the more commercial root beers I've had. Yeah, I like this one. Louisiana, you did a damn fine job. I also don't think I've had this before because it's not tasting familiar to me. So maybe this wasn't one of the ones that was lost. But 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes, and yes, depending. For myself personally, this is a nice root beer. It definitely tastes like it sort of falls a little bit between a commercial root beer and a craft root beer. I wouldn't go as far as to give it like full craft status, like something like Virgil's, but it's definitely doing more than like most commercial root beers are. And it does fall, like I said, falls in the camp that for me works out really nicely. It is a little bit heavier in flavor. It's not going to be for everybody. I will say that. If you are somebody who, and this kind of goes into whether or not I would recommend it, if you're somebody who you are more of like an A&W and mug type of person, which is perfectly fine, this probably wouldn't be a root beer for you. This falls more in a less commercial root beer kind of tastings as they were. I'm out of it, man. I don't know why I'm out of it. I think I might be a little bit sick. Like I can sort of feel a little bit in my throat, but I don't know. I thought it was just from waking up and I was just a little bit drowsy, but now I'm starting to think I might be a little bit out of it. But yeah, this is a good root beer. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here, folks. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumentous month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly Louisiana root beer-tastic rest of your life, apparently. I don't usually think root beer when I think Louisiana, but yeah, good on them. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, that's not always the easiest thing in the world to do. You know, that's why I put try at the very beginning. It's a very intentional thing. Because you're going to find yourself in plenty of situations where it's not that hard to be an asshole. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're from the great state of Louisiana, and you're over there, you're privy to the Abita root beer, and you're going to see this video, and you're going to be like, well, to the guy from Illinois drinking my Louisiana root beer, first of all, why are you taking my Louisiana root beer? Hey, man, I didn't take it. I just bought it from a store. But maybe you're going to go over here and be like, if you think Abita is good, well, you need to try this stuff. It comes from a shack down in the bayou and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, all right, I'll make the trek. We'll make it happen. And then I go down there. I end up becoming an 8-bit character. and basically becomes me as a real-life Bayou Billy from the NES game Bayou Billy. I'm fighting crocodiles. I got a bulletproof vest on sometimes. It's a whole thing. And then at the end, I end up fighting 2 big dudes to get some root beer. Or conversely, maybe go over there and whatever delicious root beer you enjoy, go ahead and enjoy it while playing some classic video games.